Hello, this is Up Trail 71. We're back for another adventure. Of course, one of our favorite areas in the Upper Peninsula, Michigan, Porcupine Mountains, where I just recently did my long challenge hike. Ended up doing 31.2 miles in one day. That's backpacking miles, not just like a trail runner. But anyway, for this trip, we're going to make a nice, short, relaxing, camping right next to Lake Superior. We're doing the Pinkerton Trail again. So we parked at that trailhead. I think it's like a 2 2/3 miles hike to the campsite, so it'll be a short distance hike. And then before we came here, we checked out some waterfalls. I think it's called Agate Falls. Wasn't much of a viewing area, so I'll go back some other time and have to climb down some like cliffs to see the bottom of it with the nice views. But then we went up to the escarpment area, the Lake of the Clouds parking lot. And we went to some really nice views. We got some good pictures and videos from up there. Just starting to get a few fall colors. It is, I believe, September 20th. And I'm also got quite a bit of little extra weight in my pack. Got our tent, and plus I took my hammock tarp because they were predicting rain. But so far the rain has held off. It rained early this morning a lot. But they're predicting more later on this afternoon, possibly, hopefully, more towards midnight. Oh wow, I'm coming up to these old decaying logs. Got these really cool looking mushrooms. And look at on this log, just full of these little ones. Oh, those are like puffballs. See it? Cool. Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Right. A puffball. Ooh!
What do you think?
They look like they would stink. They like expel this green powder. Okay.
Yeah, she's having fun with that.
Thank God they don't smell.
I'm gonna walk along this trail and I notice this nice tree right here. And if you look close, you can see the moss growing on it. And this is the south side. Usually, not all the time, but usually on the south side you'll see less moss. Then we go on the other side here, and that's the north side. See, it's actually growing all the way up on the tree. So if you don't have a compass or a GPS of some sort and get lost in a trail, that'll help you a little for getting out of a sticky situation. This is actually a nice part of this trail. You see a stream down there. I think the last time we came through here, that stream was dry. So what I'm hoping for is to see Pinkerton Creek with what looks like it's full. Because each time we went taking this trail past, the water level was very low. It's actually nice here. It's a nice trail. It's easy hiking.
Let's hope the black flies weren't like the last trip.
Oh gosh, yes. We'll be at the campsite where we got hundreds of black flies, the little biting ones. That was nasty. Was that last year? I think so.
Yeah, they were actually getting in our tent.
Right. I think that was more like in the middle of summer though. So being in the middle of, or actually was it about September 19th today? Should be less to none, I hope. And this will be our first stream crossing. Could be a little difficult.
Yeah, right. Real difficult.
Yeah, that little tiny bridge. You can tell that the water level does get a lot higher around here. No, I do hear water running off in the distance. So, oh yes, we're getting up to Pinkerton Creek. And I'm sure the stream gets larger down there because every little water source that enters will make that stream that much larger. Yeah, this is running pretty decent. I guess it's a little better than last time. That's nice. Look up there. You can see the levels coming down. And this is a very nice bridge. We've got a bench over there. Take a break. This is a really cool. I'm gonna watch my step. It's a really cool rock right here with this hemlock tree growing on it. That's so cool. It's amazing how that's still alive on that, growing on that rock. Oh yes, another thing to mention. For dinner tonight, I have a Mountain House meal. And what's cool about it, it's some kind of a pizza bowl. I ordered that online, right straight from the company, and I can't wait to try that tonight. Then I have a new bear bag, so you get to see that in a little while. That came from Hilltop Packs as a creator's gift, so I have to thank them for that. Yeah, this is actually impressive. This large tree, I'm not sure what it is, box elder possibly, or beech maybe. Anyway, look at the wind did to it.
And it's quite healthy.
Yeah, it practically blew it over, but not quite. Looks like it's been like this for a couple years, more than likely. Hard to say. I don't really remember it. Oh, here's another little stream crossing. That water level's not too high. I actually thought it'd been more. There, we're coming up this resting bench. We'll stop here for a couple of minutes. Enjoy the sounds of the Little Carp River. It's flowing pretty good. You can see some of the rapids from here. I got a couple of good views of the river. I know somewhere over here we'll get to see a really nice view looking back. Yeah, that's nice. It almost looks like a waterfall from here. Just little tiers of rapids going down. And we're coming up to that junction.
Pinkerton.
Lake Superior Trail. Yeah, that's a Pinkerton Trail. That says 3 miles, but I think it's actually a little under 3 miles. And this is a part of the North Country Trail. And if you go about 3 miles that way, there's a trailhead called Speakers, I believe. There's a Speakers Trail. Of course, we're taking this trail here, Lake Superior Trail. And we made it to the stairs. It's actually a nice stairway. Quite a few steps down there. And at the very end is a bridge. Yeah, it's a nice bridge. See how its water level looks. Yeah, a little higher than the last couple of years, around this time when we went. Like I said in the past though, I've seen this a lot higher, the water level, especially in the spring or early summer. And we made it to that junction with the Little Carp River Trail. That's the trail that I came from. Right here, stopped there. I remember resting for about a minute at this bench, and then I went to over here to Lake Superior on my challenge hike. I think that was early August. 31.2 miles is what the GPS showed. For some reason, if you add it up with the maps, I think it was around 32 or 33.8 or something like that. So maps are most likely off. I would trust the GPS. Okay, those are the Little Carp campsites. Right over there is probably 4 or 5 actually, right in this general area. See, I got bear pole. And ours will be LS4. Should be more of a private campsite. I'm not sure if we ever camped at this one before. I'll know once we get to it. I think we found our campsite. Looks like it's nice and clear right there. Oh, I got a little post on a tree. LS4. There, that'll be our home for tonight. I remember this campsite. It is awesome. One of my favorites. Most of Lake Superior campsites are nice. I think this one has a little more highland. That's what I like about it. Nice fire ring right here. A little bit of a windbreak. And the view of Lake Superior is awesome. Now we do have a campsite next to us a little ways over here. But that's it for a good distance, and there's a stream running down there. Well, it looks like we're getting out a cook bag. It's going to be kind of a late lunch. I got in my pack, picked up a sandwich at the Bruce Crossings. And this is my new bear bag, sent to me from Hilltop Packs. There's a gift for being a YouTube creator. This is a Hoist Lakes in Lower Michigan. My Z-Packs tent, which we'll be using tonight. And this is my little lunch sandwich. Bologna with some pepper jack on it. Also a little relish, Miracle Whip. But first, before I eat, I want to go take a nice look at this beautiful lake. The waves are rolling in. Oh yeah, this is awesome. I don't know what that is out there. That's like some kind of boat or something, or is it just a tree that's fallen over? Anyway, look at the waves rolling in. Oh, we're starting to gather up some firewood. Let's see, we got started here. It'd be nice to find a few bigger ones in here, so when it does catch, it'll burn, you know, for a longer period of time. And I'm gonna try this little fire starter. Actually had this sent to me from Cool Quest, one of their live streams they did about 2 years ago. So I'll be trying that tonight, or this afternoon. Then when I was looking for firewood, I noticed this tree over here. Look what the porcupines did to it. They chewed almost all the bark off. I see Kathy searching for wood up there, so I'm going to help her right now. It's a little ways away from the campsite, but not too bad. The campsite's right there. And of course, you see I got my Z-Packs duplex tent set up. My wife's got her Climate sleeping pad. See, it's a lot thinner than my Nemo, but of course there's a big price difference also. It's enlightened equipment, Sea to Summit pillow. I think it's been 3 years now since I've been using this tent, and I love it. I would highly recommend it. Even if I was going to hike the Appalachian Trail, say solo, I think I'd still take the 2-person tent for the extra room.
Coming through.
Uh-oh, look at this.
Yep.
It's nice to have the extra room. I know the single tents, the 1-person tents, they're very small, good enough to get by. I guess you save a little extra weight. But anyway, here's my tarp I got hanging up for the hammock. No hammock, but just in case it rains, I'm going to set something up underneath here and relax, stay dry. Of course, this is my ultralight setup, Dyneema fabric from Hammock Gear. If I remember correctly, it's a 12-foot in length. Now she's still collecting some firewood. I think I'm going to attempt to make a fire now, and very soon I'm going to try that pizza meal. So we'll get to see if that is a thumbs up or a thumbs down or okay. My guess is be a little better than okay, but who knows? Maybe it's awesome. Okay, now I'm going to give that candle fire starter a try. See how that goes. I think that's actually a good idea. Looks like it's trying to do something.
The wood is somewhat damp.
Yeah, the wood is damp, so, but it should burn. Okay, now I'm going to be trying my cheesy pepperoni pizza bowl. That's what it looks like before you rehydrate it. Of course, I'm still using my alcohol stove. Years ago I used the Esbit cubes, but I switched to alcohol about maybe 7 or 8 years ago. And that titanium windscreen is still my original one from 10 years ago. And the titanium pot, I think it's 550 milliliters. Now the fire is going very nice. Look at this. Warm. How's that fire feel? Oh yeah, we're going to try some s'mores cookies also. Okay, it's time to give this cheesy pepperoni pizza bowl a try. My very first time ever. Okay, this is what it looked like when it's rehydrated. You see some of the crust in there, and there's like a tomato sauce, and I believe it says right on here, pepperoni, cheese, and crust, and savory tomato sauce. So that's the mixture right there. And my first test so far, I've taken about 5 or 6 bites. I give it about a 7.7 out of 10 rating. So overall good. I still need to finish my little pepperoni pizza bowl. But now our little, what do you call, s'mores? Cookies? They come in these little packages and you heat it up with a heating pad with just like 4 ounces of water. But what it does is just heats up the cookie in the package. So now we're going to give this a try. Oh, my wife just tried hers. She said it's not very good.
It's not.
It's crummy.
It'll keep you alive, but...
Yeah, it tastes kind of like one of those, something you buy in a convenience store or something.
No.
It's okay. Not my favorite, but it's okay.
Oh my god.
This would probably be about a 6.7 out of 10. I mean, it's worth buying, but it's not great.
Like a 3. Don't believe it.
Okay, Kathy gives it a 3 out of 10. I say about a 6.7 out of 10. They're not that bad. It's got chocolate chip. It's like a mix with a marshmallow. So it's a s'mores type little cookie. It looks like I'll do a little work keeping that fire going. That log is a little on the big side, but if it catches, it'll burn for a long time. But I'll go up on a hill in a little while, see if I find anything else. Right now, the sun is starting to come back out. Actually, first time today. So we get some really nice views down here. Now you see the southwestern part of Porcupine Mountains down there. And maybe we get lucky with the sunset this evening. We'll have to wait and see though. And you get some nice views up in the northern direction. Look at the nice waves coming in. They're not very big right now. Not a whole lot of wind. Well, we're attempting to filter some water from Lake Superior. Well, the waves are making it a little wet for us, but it's working. And that sun is just starting to set behind some possible storm clouds. That is about all we're going to get for a sunset tonight. It's still very beautiful. And for now, we're just going to kick back and enjoy this nice hot fire that we made. It is starting to cool off a little bit. There's a little breeze coming off the lake. Then we're going to see you tomorrow morning. Good night. Good morning. I slept very good last night on my sleeping pad. How was your night's sleep, Kath? She's ready for a new sleeping pad like I have. I mean, a Climate works okay, but I have the Cadillac of the sleeping pads compared to what she is using. We switched off for a little bit this morning. But anyway, I'm gonna go get my bear bag down, make ourselves up a quick little breakfast. It's getting close. My breakfast this morning, this breakfast skillet pro adventure meal is called. They're not very cheap, but it'll be my first time trying this one. I think it's around $13. Of course, a few little pickles. Then I'm gonna, my wife had some coffee and I'm gonna have this caramel cappuccino drink, so something a little different. Oh yes, and my bear bag was sent to me from Hilltop Packs. What also came with is some 50 feet of a lightweight rope, little carabiner I have attached to it. Actually, they send 2 carabiners also. Then there's a rock sack. So I've never used one before. A lot better than tying a rock to a rope. That doesn't always work very well. And this is what my new breakfast skillet meal looks like. Not too bad. Now comes a taste test.
I can smell it from here.
It's hot.
It's cheesy.
Cheesy.
Let me see.
Overall, it's good though.
I think you could have used a hair less water, but...
Yeah, that's alright. I actually just saw somebody fly by or not too far from the campsite. You can see him on a jet ski running out there in Lake Superior. Well, we just about got everything all packed up now. You see our tent and hammock tarp is all broken down and tucked away. So very soon we'll be getting back on trail and take one last look at Lake Superior before we leave. And off in the distance I can see that jet ski coming back. And it looks like it could possibly be some rain showers on the lake over there. Now if I directly went straight across the lake right here, that run into Minnesota and it's pure hiking trail. And of course up here north further that's Canada. And we definitely can't see it from here. Okay, well now it's time to leave this area. It's my favorite spot. It's just hard to leave. Love camping along this lake. But we have to go back home. Well, there's some blown over trees here. I mean, I guess I could crawl underneath that log right there if I wanted to, but then it's kind of muddy. So we're just gonna go around it up this hill. Now we have some young lion's mane right here. Right next to the trail. I didn't notice this yesterday, so it must have just started to grow.
No,
that's kind of neat.
probably just didn't notice it.
Possibly we just didn't notice it. Well, for the rest of the way back, we'll be backtracking to the trailhead. So I'll probably only film a couple of spots. And then, of course, if I see something unique, I'll definitely show you that. And if you're wondering how many stairs you get to climb up here, my wife said she counted 63 stairs and then 2 more at the end of the bridge. So I guess you call it 65 steps total. Well, we had near perfect weather so far for this entire trip, with a high of like right around 68 degrees. The water temperature on the lake felt nice. But now it looks like we have a rainstorm of some sort coming in. So we may have to bust out our rain jackets in a little bit. Well, we made it up to Pinkerton Creek. And for some reason I really like this little bridge and this stream. It's one of my favorites in the entire park. You can see we looked at this yesterday, it's flowing about the same. But I just like that tree growing on that rock. It's really cool, and the little cascading mini falls that come down this. Yeah, it's nice. Well, at least you're seeing a couple of nice orange fall colored leaves. Not very many yet though. You'll see a lot of leaves are starting to turn a yellowish color. Otherwise I'd say about 70% of it is green. Next to the lake, it's a little warmer of course. Wow, look at all those puffballs. But next to the lake it's a little warmer than you go inland for at night. So that half mile from the lake takes longer to turn. Well, now we can see the trailhead parking lot coming up in only maybe 100 yards away. So that's going to wrap up another very fun trip. Around September 21st today. Beautiful out here. Lows were in the upper 50s. High was 68 that I saw. And then we tested out some new food. That pizza bowl was good. That s'mores thing was okay, but it's very expensive. Only 2 cookies in it. Then that breakfast I had, that breakfast skillet. I mean, that was okay. It was good, I guess you say. A little too cheesy. The cheese really sticks to everything, especially my spork. Hard cleaning it. But I mean, it was good. But anyway, this was another fun trip. And we will catch you in the next adventure. Thanks for watching Up Trail 71. Okay, what's this called, this waterfall? Nadada? Now we decided to make this one last stop. I'm going to check out the falls. If I remember correctly, this is a very nice one. And maybe possibly see a couple of fall leaves in the background. In about 2 weeks from now, it should be really nice in this area.
Self-reclining.
Is it? See how this looks.